Shalom Lakem, Kal Yeshara'al. How's your peace, Israel? Welcome back to another video. And we're dealing with the topic at hand, which is the coming of the Messiah. And we are going to pick it up in the book of Isaiah, or Yeshaya, chapter 9, verses 6 to 7. And it reads on this wise. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6 to 7. And from 67, 6 to 7, and it reads on this wise. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder, and his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Of the increase of his government and of peace there will be no end. On the throne of David over his kingdom, to establish it and to uphold it with justice and with righteousness. From this time forth and forevermore, the zeal of the Lord of hosts will do this. Okay, that was, but unto us a child is born, and the government will be upon his shoulders. We're going to go into the book of Zechariah, chapter 9. Zechariah, chapter 9, verse 9. Okay, and it reads on this wise. Rejoice greatly, O daughter of Zion. Shout aloud, O daughter of Jerusalem. Behold, your king is coming to you. Righteous and having salvation is he. Humble and mounted on a donkey, on a colt, the fowl of a donkey. Okay, that actually is in the book of Matthew. If you look at how um, Shiach came into Jerusalem the day before he was going to be delivered up for crucifixion. Actually, no, tell a lie. It wasn't. It was actually 3 days before he came into Jerusalem on a donkey. Right. This what we just read is a prophecy of him making his way into Jerusalem on a donkey. We're now going to go to the book of Micah. The book of Micah, chapter 5, verses 2. And it reads on this wise. But you, O Bethlehem Ephratah, are too little to be among the clans of Jehoiada or Judah. From you shall come forth from me one who is to be ruler in Israel, whose coming forth is from old, from ancient days. That basically confirms that someone is going to rule who has lived before he actually ruled. He's been alive before he came alive. So this has to be some sort of divine being. But how can you be from ancient of days and also rule? Be a new person to rule. There's obviously a spiritual significance about this person. He's obviously existed in another realm prior to this realm. We're gonna go into the book of First Enoch, chapter 48, verses 2 to 6. Okay. We're in Enoch chapter 48, verses 2 to verses 6. Okay. And it reads on this wise. And at that hour the Son of Man was named in the presence of the Lord of Spirits, and his name before the head of days. Yeah, before the sun and the signs were created, before the stars of the heaven were made. His name was named before the Lord of Spirits. He shall be a staff to the righteous, wherein to stay themselves and not fall. And he shall be a light on of he shall be the light of the Gentiles, and the hope of those who are troubled of heart. All who dwell on the earth shall fall down and worship before him, and will praise and bless and celebrate with song the Lord of spirits. And for this reason hath he been chosen and hidden before him, before the creation of the world and forevermore. Okay, that was the Messiah revealed as the chosen one before creation to bring justice and peace. We're going to go into the Songs of Solomon or Psalms of Solomon. Okay, we're in chapter 17, verses 23 to 27. And it reads in this wise: Behold, O Lord, and raise up unto them their king, the son of David, at the time in the which thou seest, O God, that he may reign over Israel thy servant, and gird him with strength, that he may shatter unrighteous rulers, and that he may purge Jerusalem from nations that trample her down to destruction. Wisely, righteously, he shall thrust out sinners from the inheritance, and he shall destroy the pride of the sinners as a potter's vessel. With a rod of iron he shall break in pieces all their substance. He shall destroy the godless nations with the word of his mouth. At his rebuke nations shall flee before him, and he shall reprove sinners for their thoughts of their heart. Now, the fact that this was actually written by Solomon, Solomon is the only descendant of David that a lot of people try to refer to as being the person that a lot of these scriptures in the Old Testament are talking about, right? But the fact that Solomon is writing this, then that isolates him out of the equation. That this other person who's the son of David is going to perform these things, right? A lot of people try to say a lot of the Old Testament is talking about David and things like this, right? But we can see here, this is someone that is a descendant of David, and he's still talking about someone coming to rule, right? And we were just read the Davidic Messiah who will judge Israel and deliver them from oppression. And it's not Solomon, because Solomon just is the one that wrote this. We're going to go into the last scripture, 4th Ezra, chapter 12, verses 31 to 34. Okay, and it reads on this wise: And as for the lion whom thou did see roused from the wood and roaring and speaking to the eagle and reproving him for his unrighteousness and all his deeds, as thou hast heard, this is the Messiah whom the Most High hath kept unto the end of the days, who shall spring from the seed of David and shall come and speak unto them. He shall reprove them for their for their ungodliness, and rebuke them for their unrighteousness, reproach them for their faces with their treacheries. For at the first he shall set them alive for judgment, and when he have rebuked them, he shall destroy them. But my people who serve he shall deliver he shall sorry, but my people who survive, he shall deliver with mercy, even those who have been saved throughout my borders, and he shall make them joyful unto the end come, even the day of judgment, of which I have spoken unto thee from the beginning. And that was the Messiah's reign of peace and righteousness is foretold. And we were dealing with the topic, the coming of the Messiah. So based on the number of scriptures I've went through, it's plain upon tables. If one goes precept upon precept, there's about 6 different people that have spoken about a person that is coming in the future from the lineage of David. Even the son himself, Solomon, has also spoken about this person. So all the Old Testament only people who keep saying that these scriptures are referring to David and things like that, I'm sorry, I, you have to deal with all the scriptures that I've mentioned, you know. And if you're someone that is pigeonholing yourself and doesn't know how to use extra biblical text to support the narrative, the message that the Father has sent to his people, then only pray that the Father will bless you in opening your eyes and removing the plugs from your ears. So I only hope the reader and listen to this word will be blessed by this. So may Yahweh bless you, may Yahweh keep you, may Yahweh cause his face to shine upon you, may Yahweh be gracious to you, may Yahweh lift up his countenance upon you, and may Yahweh grant you everlasting peace in Yeshua HaMashiach's name I pray. Selah.